In the heart of every culture lies a network of symbols and traditions, an array of meaning that reveals the essence of people. Ladies and gentlemen, today let us delve the very mind-awakening short story by Nick Joaquin, which is entitled The Summer Solstice. Join me as I uncover the deep insights about our past and human nature. The story The Summer Solstice was made in a very creative manner. It was like a movie wherein the story doesn't follow a straight timeline, which makes it more encapsulating because it makes us appreciate how the order of events and happenings were authentically planned. Although, to be honest, I had to reread the story 6 times before I fully grasped the meaning because it was structured with such complex words. But it was written in beautiful languages with lots of characterizations and comparisons that made us feel like we were part of the story. In addition, the use of metaphorical language gives flavor to the well-crafted story. The metaphor was employed to generate dramatic images such as when Doña Luping told Guido that he has still his mother's milk in his mouth, implying that he was still young and the poor boy knew nothing. Similes were also found throughout the story. For example, Guido compares Amada's attractiveness to the old tree that Doña Luping was leaning on. There are lots of personifications and symbolisms as well. One of the examples of symbolisms present in the story is the Tagtaran rituals, which represents women's superiority. Speaking of women's superiority, women were typically viewed as frail in the early days. They were also viewed as the inferior in the marriage with no rights to make any decisions. The summer solstice in the story is not only remarkable because of how well crafted it is also intriguing since it is about women desiring to be free, superior, or rulers over men. Their Tagtaran rituals represent more than simply gaining good crops. It also represents female liberalism and sensuality, defying the authority of male characters like Don Paeng. Doña Luping defies the concept of oppressed women which gets controls over her husband, who believes that surrendering to or adoring a woman is embarrassing, and yet eventually submits himself, adores and kisses Doña Luping's feet. Doña Luping portrays a woman who defies social standards. Her evolution from compliance to self-expression is a strong statement on women's roles in patriarchal society. Women were not the only oppressed people in the story, because the story also emphasizes socio-economic class, such as how the Moretas and their privileged existence were highlighted. From having a nurse, a maid, a driver, to constantly being hailed from other carriages. Class conflict and power dynamics are depicted in the story as well. The characters are clearly from diverse social classes, and the Moretas are the nobility, while Amada, the driver which is in toy, are the oppressed underclass. Furthermore, the story contrasts their prosperous lifestyle with indigenous culture, representing class struggles. To sum up all that has been stated, in Nick Joaquin's The Summer Solstice, we uncover a rich tapestry of culture, gender dynamics, and class struggles. The narrative's complexity challenges norms, and as we conclude our journey, we're reminded that culture holds hidden treasures that unveil the essence of its people, awaiting discovery and understanding.